Well, welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to the Sultan bin Zayed field here for the second of our two semi-finals after a brilliant match we've just had on the other field. And a wonderful contest that was eventually won by Abu Dhabi, who have defeated AM Polo. And we now turn our attentions to the second semi between Gantut and Bin Dry. Tarkman Southwell, that's me. Let's have a look at the personnel for this one. Gantut, Ali Almari is at 1. Oscar Colombres takes the 2 shirt. Miguel Ayala is at 3. And at the back, Juan Ambrosio. Team totaling 12 goals, as indeed do their opponents, Bin Dry, who will be playing in the white shirts with the blue trim. Mohamed Bin Dry is at number 1. Facundo Kelly at 2. Santos Solari in the 3 shirt. And at the back, Kian Hall. Our 2 umpires mounted, ready for action, are Mr. Matthias Barbieri and Howard Smith. And in the chair next to me, with the benefit of the replay, is the third man, Santi Toriguitar. Seba. There's the top scorers for the tournament thus far. Bautista Bejo, who's just played for Abu Dhabi with 22, is top of the pile. Juan Ambrosio with a chance to get close to him. He's got to do an awful lot to get beyond him because he is way, way back on 14. Benja Urquiza, who is now out of the tournament, ended up on 12. 11 for Haiti Garros, and Chulo Guerrero with 9 goals to his name. Looks like we're all set and ready to roll. The ball is in play. And it's Mohamed Bin Dry, the number 1 there, coming away with the ball. He's under pressure from Juan Ambrosio. Juanchi tucks it around under his pony's neck, but a good counter ride-off coming in there from Mohamed Bin Dry. And it's eventually picked up here by Solari. Going down towards goal, switching to the near side. Goal shot comes in, and he's missed it. It was close. A good start for Bin Dry. The ball being picked up by Mohamed from the throw-in. And he did a good job on Juan Ambrosio. Knock-in to the home team. Ambrosio. Oof, there was almost a block there on the primary, but they eventually just got away with it and got out of the way. Kelly came in for the steal. Mohamed Bin Dry has it. He wants the whistle. Very, very hard fought first few exchanges in this match. And early pressure here for Gantut because Bin Dry have come out of the traps and they're really up for it, as of course you would expect. Ambrosio coming away with the play. Gets away from his marker. That's Solari who's reaching out and desperately trying to get that hook. But good work from Juan Ambrosio. Santos Lovely backhand pass into the path of his number 2 here, and that's been picked up beautifully by Kelly. Kelly is on the march here, and a really good opportunity if he can find the right approach shot. It's Fakou Kelly with a glance over his shoulder. Oh, he's left that one behind, and the near side backhander comes in there from Ajala. Mohammed bin Dry, first to surface. Under pressure there from Ali Almari. But the whites are still on the march here. Defensive play coming in there from Colombres. The ball is out on the boards. Ajala has it. In fact, it's Juan Ambrosio who nudges it down towards Miguel Ajala. Ambrosio back in play here. Has possession. He's got a little bit of protection there from Oscar Colombres, who takes the man and leaves his teammate a pocket of space here. Ambrosio. Been told to get on with it. So he dances behind the pony of Mohammed bin Dry. Keeps that bay moving. Whistle's gone. Was it positive enough? I don't think so. 4:48 on the clock here in the first. Still no score in the second of our 2 semi-finals here. This one between Gantut and bin Dry. Just to give you the heads up on how they got to the final here. Bin Dry played 3, won 2, lost 1. And Gantut with the same stats. Played 3, won 2, lost 1. As Mohammed bin Dry brings the ball back into play. He's pointing at Ali Almari saying that he wasn't 30, but he looked okay from here. Sure, the umpires have got that under control, as Mohammed bin Dry still working this one down towards goal into a crowd of players. He's still got possession though. He's eventually nudged out of the way there by Miguel Ajala. Backhander. Oh, he's got it. Look at that from Kian Hall on the near side. It was Miguel Ajala who stole the ball away after a good ride off and came forward. He nudged it forward and Kian was waiting for it. Jumped all over that and got the near side open backhander back towards goal, and it is bin Dry who take the lead here in the first. A 0-0. Juan Ambrosio, miscontrol from him, but he's got some support from Ajala. Oh, look at that. Solari jumped all over that. He was waiting for it, and he's read it beautifully. And the approach shot looks absolutely perfect. Solari, a glance over the shoulder. One little touch will do. He's got it. Brilliant finish by the number 2 there for bin Dry, Santos Solari. Three minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. That will be the halfway point here. The umpires are just counting down on the 25 seconds. They will blow the whistle, and it'll be an opportunity for the players to have a free change here in the first. So bin Dry lost to AM by the score of 8-5, but then had victories over El Basha 9.5-6. And they also beat Abu Dhabi 10-9. So played 3, won 2, lost 1, bin Dry. As to Gantut, they lost to AM as well by the scores 8-6. But they beat Al Basha by just a half goal, 5.5-5. That was the first match of the tournament. A very close encounter on this field. And Gantut running out the winners. And they also beat Abu Dhabi 8-7. And that's how they earned their right and got the passage to this semi-final. Fakou Kelly coming back onto the field is in fact playing in the number 2 shirt. Solari has the number 3 shirt on his back. And a brilliant goal by the young man who, well, came in and got a wonderful steal on the halfway line and was very, very clinical from there. Here comes Miguel Ajala. He's under pressure there from Kian Hall, but he's done well here, Miguel. Hall, near side backhander, tucks it around the corner. Well, there you have it. I don't really need to say anything. You could clearly hear and see what was going on. It was right under our commentary position. And a yellow and a technical. Of course, going with that yellow, they're going to go all the way down. And it's going to be an opportunity here for Mohammed bin Drai to go into a 3-goal lead. Penalty 2. Mohammed circles around. Little wind up, practice swing. Comes in at walk, and that's nicely done. Good, steady, smooth swing, straight through the centre. The flag is raised, the goal is good, and the score is 3-0. So Gantut need to stop the rot. They need to score next, you feel. They certainly don't want to go 4-0 down. Who's got it? Juan Ambrogio. Stolen away by Facundo Kelly. Facu, with some support, tucks it back in field. He's got Mohammed bin Drai sitting in behind him. Mohammed will get possession now, and he's told to get on with it. 5 seconds from there. Punches it long out towards Kian Hall. Not quite the par. Look at that from Ali Almari. Lovely little volley out of the air, but he's been tracked and taken out of it by Facu Kelly. Facu goes to the near side, flicks it back towards his teammate. Hall now spins the corner, gets away from Juju Colombres. Kian Hall now with a little bit of space to work this ball into. He's up to the 60-yard line. Kian Hall reaching out, may set himself from there. It's Kian bobbling it out towards the left-hand side. Open backhander. He's appealing for the foul, but the umpire's whistle remains silent and the chance has gone wide. So a let-off here for Gantut, who haven't really got out of the traps yet, have they? They haven't started. And they need to get something going soon. There's 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock as that one has been put out in front of Facu Kelly. Kelly with a near side backhander. Didn't go as far as he wanted, and it's been picked up here by Juan Ambrogio. Out white is the call. Ajala has it. Hacks that one downfield, but Colombres has been nudged out of the way. And it will be Facu Kelly. Goes for the tail shot. Took all the time that he needed. But the tail shot's been stopped here by Colombres. And he's still going here on the chestnut. Oh, a little miscontrol, and the whites are turning. It's Solari. Solari now looking for a cut shot down towards the halfway line. He's got plenty on that. And here comes the young man once again, having already scored at this end of the field. A swing and a miss this time from young Santos Solari. Ali Almari can't get bat on ball. And the ball's left here for Mohammed. Mohammed bin Drai now gets some protection there from Facu Kelly. Decides to launch it. He's launched it long. It's out to the right-hand side. Kian Hall has got his skates on, and Kian's going to try and centre this one back towards goal. But in fact, the ball has beaten him out of play. It was too long on that line, and that will be the end of the first chukker. And what a first chukker it was for bin Drai. They've come out of the traps on fire, and they are ahead here over Gantut in the second of our 2 semi-finals by the score of 3-0. Welcome back, Polo Liners. Welcome back to the Sultan bin Zayed field, this wonderful setting here at the Gantut Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi. And, well, if you've just tuned in, you missed a really good start by Bin Dry and a slightly slower start by Gantut. Looks like we're missing a Gantut player. It could well be Juan Ambrosio. Just down in the pony lines there, still yet to mount up. Looks like he's about to get on board now. And he is ready for action. So Gantut in the green shirts with the white trim, looking to get something going here from their own back line. Hunchy, back in play. Oh, was there an obstruction? Well, it was Solari who was there, and Solari was well positioned, and he went to the ball carrier. And there you clearly see it. Wrong place, wrong time, and it's going to be a penalty 4 here for obstruction from the knock-in, blocking the primary, and a chance here for Bin Dry to really get themselves into a commanding position. It's going to be Mohammed Bin Dry, by the looks of it. He's going to circle around on this chestnut, and he's going to have a pop at goal here from 60. Gets the pony on the right leg. Nice rhythm on this little chestnut. Can he find this one over the top? Oh, very quick that swing, and it's horribly wide to the left. So a let off here for Gantut. Take 2 from the back line for Juan Ambrosio. And he brings the ball back into play. Been told to use it. Colombres came back for some support. Oh, and they've made a right mess of it. And Fakul Kelly is jumping all over this. He's gone across the field. He's going to go near side backhander. It's been charged down. Juju. Good work from Colombres this time, bringing this one away from the danger zone and finding a nice pass downfield towards Ali Almari. Almari comes in. Well, he came in with Mohammed Bin Dry. I mean, Mohammed Bin Dry has picked up the ball. Fakul Kelly on the loop. Kian Hall doing his utmost to get Colombres out of the way to allow Kelly some space, and Kelly has breached the defence. It's Fakul Kelly coming through. Miguel Ajala was there. There was a collision and an umpire's whistle. Ball's been put down right in front of the sticks. Penalty 2. Mohammed Bin Dry looking for his second penalty in the match. Got the penalty 2 at the far end of the field. He tucks that one away. And a really good start for Bin Dry continues here in the second chukker. They've gone 4-0. We're back in play. Facundo Kelly with a little deflection off his horse. Good hook coming in from Kian Hall on Colombres, but he's done well here, Juju. And he's kept possession and given it back to his teammate, Miguel Ajala. Fakes the backhander, spins the corner, keeps possession for himself. Solari is there for a piece of the action. Ambrosio tucks it back towards his teammate. They've still got it here, Gantut, and that's a good-looking pass out towards Juan Ambrosio. Hunchy. Puts the brakes on. Solari waits. Leaves it for Ajala. This is better from Gantut. Much more control. Kian Hall trying to get across here to Miguel Ajala. That pony of Kian Hall's shutting down really sharply. Almost sat down, but play will continue here as Ajala works it towards goal. It's Miguel all the way. He's got some support. Giorgio Colombres is there. Colombres looking for the little flick under his pony's neck, and he's got the job done. It was slow, but it was precise from Gantut, and they are on the scoreboard. They've stopped the rot, and they've scored as the clock ticks down towards 4.5 minutes remaining in the second. It's 4-1. We're back in play. Colombres hooked out of it by Kian Hall. Possession now with Mohamed Bin Dry. He's got some support from Facundo Kelly. And a whistle. There's a spot hit to the greens, a little bit of confusion. Both teams are wearing white, but one has slightly less white. Here they come, it's Juan Ambrogio with a little tap. And then he drills that one down towards Colombres. He'll switch over and keep the ball on the offside. Solari back in defence to try and tidy things up here for Bin Dry. Colombres. Solari on the near side. Falls nicely into the path of Mohamed Bin Dry. Kian Hall. Good work from Juan Ambrogio, who has possession here for Gantut. Kelly up towards Solari. Solari nudged out of it by Giorgio Colombres. A swing and a miss there as the ball just bounced on that backhander. Miguel Ajala was there. The whistle's gone as Kian Hall came flying through. 3-2-1 on the clock in the second. Time to change your ponies. Images of the Bin Dry camp. And they'll be very pleased with their start down there. They're ahead here by 3. And they're going to have a penalty 4 in their favour when they get back onto the field. For those of you who have just joined us on the live stream, I can tell you that this is the second of our 2 semi-finals. We had a brilliant game on the Sheikh Zayed field earlier, and that was won by Abu Dhabi, who defeated AM Polo, who were on a run of 7 victories in a row, having won the 12-goal up at DPEC, the Federation Cup. But it wasn't their day today, AM. They played well, but they got defeated in the end by Abu Dhabi by the single goal, and it is Abu Dhabi who are heading to the final of the Emirates Polo Championships here on Saturday. But who will be joining them? Play is called. Mohamed Bin Dry circles around. It's low. It's left. Ooh, maybe it wasn't that far left because the Gantoot players looked like they needed to stop it. It was Miguel Ayala, the man who conceded the foul, who got bat on ball, and he's diverted that one and deflected it wide of the target. But in doing so, he's conceded a corner, and it will be take two from 60 yards here for Mohammed bin Drai. And this one looks like it's out to the right, but it has been stopped. It was Ali Al-Mari that came across, not taking any chances. And the ball now with Juan Ambrogio. Juan deciding to turn back towards his own goal. He's got some protection there from Oscar Colombres, who's done a good job there on Solari. Juanchi. Miguel. Out wide is the call. Kian Hall there. Just getting out of the way, and that pass goes out towards Juan Ambrogio. Hall appealing for the foul, but it looked pretty good from here as Ambrogio got himself established. Clear white. It's all very, very slow and pretty grubby here. Right is the call, and that's where the pass has gone. Ambrogio is not going to get there before that ball bounces out of play, so things not quite clicking here for Gantoot thus far. Haven't quite got their rhythm. And that one just popping out of play, and possession will go back to bin Drai here. 8-second count from the umpire. Play is called as Mohammed bin Drai nudges it up over the halfway line. Ali Al-Mari comes across to him. The two number ones here. Al-Mari goes for the near side, hooked out of it by Mohammed bin Drai, who then brings it back in field and punches it long. Juju Colombres, an important stop there from Colombres. Oh, but look at that. Flying through was Mohammed bin Drai, and he almost went past them all, but it was a good stop by Ayala, and Ayala has found a nice pass up towards Ali Al-Mari. Play opening up here finally for Gantoot. Ali Al-Mari will bank round, and he's okay to go for this. He's gone near side. I thought he could have been okay offside, and he's nudged it out to the right-hand side. Solari is there. So too was Juju Colombres, and the umpire's whistle. Well, here's the replay from the drone. There's Ali's shot there on the near side. There's the line coming through. And the umpire's whistle has brought play to a stop here with 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining on the clock in this second chukker. And it's going to be a close range penalty here for Gantoot. Juan Ambrogio circling around. Strokes it through and gets the score. So Gantoot, who have started slowly, are just edging their way back into this game. They haven't been pretty, but they trail by just 2. An important passage of play here. Solari picks it up and he's gone beyond Juan Ambrogio. A little glance over the shoulder here from the young Argentine, and there's the approach shot, goes to the near side. Good pick up that. That's a lovely touch by Santos Solari, breaking away from the throw-in, and wow, how important could that be? Bin Drai strike back immediately and put number 5 up on the scoreboard here. On the stroke of half-time, they go into a 3-goal advantage over Gantoot. It's 5-2. Well, welcome back to our Polo Line TV viewers tuned in on the live stream. Welcome back to the second of our two semi-finals in the Emirates Polo Championships here from the Gantoot Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. There's the chukker by chukker. Blistering start by the white shirts of Bindrai, 3-0 at the end of the first chukker. And then they got pegged back with a better performance from Gantoot, but a late goal, a brilliant goal by young Santos Solari right at the end of that second chukker has meant that we still have a 3-goal difference between the teams. It's Bindrai 5, Gantoot 2. And there is the replay. Look at the touch here on the near side. Very, very composed indeed, the young man. That's a brilliant goal. And he's already scored at the far end of the field in the first chukker, so two really good goals from him. Players making their way across to the far side of the field for the throw-in. Howard Smith warming up his pony. We're back in play. Good ride off here by Juan Ambrosio. Nudging that one around the corner under his pony's neck, being tracked here by Facundo Kelly. This time the ball has stayed in play for Juan. He's under a bit of pressure there from Kian Hall. In fact, there's three whites swarming all over Juan Ambrosio. Clear white is the call. Mohamed will have to come out of the way and allow Miguel Ajala a little bit of space here. Miguel down towards goal. He's gone long and left, and too far left and too long on that line, and Ali Al-Mari couldn't get to the ball, and it is wide of the target and out to the left. Mohamed Bindrai goes past Ali Al-Mari. Over the top of the bouncing ball. He's got some support here from Kian Hall. Kian comes in and mops things up on the near side. Has to take it forward though. Oh, and Ali Al-Mari looked like he was well positioned. The whistle's gone. And there's Kian coming in on the near side. And then, well, yeah. Ali right on his tail, wasn't he? But they were going down into the corner. And as a result, the penalty has come back to the penalty 4 spot. And it's going to be a 60-yard attempt here for Senor Juan Ambrosio. He's asked for a different ball. Gone for an older ball. Fair enough. Coming around here on the bay. It's got quite a high head carriage, but looks like it's got a good rhythm to it. He's got a good strike. It looks straight. He's got it. Nice hit there from Juanchi. And, well, he's going to need those penalties, you feel, because Gantoot are still trailing. But another one back for them, and they're within touching distance. It's 5-3. They could do with another one. Players changing ends, of course, as Colombres trying to get escaping from the pack there, but he got tagged. Kian Hall backed up by Mohamed Bindrai. He chops that one forward. It's gone quite high. Miguel adjusting his pony and cutting this one across the field comes Ajala. backhander. Mohammed bin Drai takes a deflection there off Juan Ambrosio. Ali Almari trying to get around the corner, but he couldn't quite get there in time, and that's allowed Fakul Kelly. Kelly comes in, backed up by Kian Hall. Kian now on the near side, sets himself. Swing and a miss from him. Mohammed bin Drai's there, he pulls the trigger. It's all a bit frantic. And the backhander will turn them around. A chance here for Gantut to hit them on the counter. Gone out to the left-hand side. That's a good pass from Juju Colombres because it has released Miguel Ajala. And Ajala has got the cut shot downfield. He's looking for Ali Almari. Ali sort of caught in no man's land there between the two players, and that's a brilliant backhander. What a wonderful backhander, but Ambrosio will straighten up. Oh, look at that. Juanchi didn't quite get the contact on the ball that he wanted, and Kelly has picked up a beauty. Fakul Kelly now on the grey. Goes to the persuader. He's got some support and some backup there from Kian Hall, who nudges Colombres out of the way. Fakul Kelly looking for the flick under his pony's neck. He's overcooked it. He's gone across the face of goal and wide. Well, what a chance. The approach shot wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. And he would have expected to score from there. He'll be disappointed with that. The score remains 5-3. Ambrosio takes a tap and then whacks it downfield. Here's the grey again. Fakul Kelly trying to make amends for that miss. This time he's gone from range. It's gone out to the right-hand side. It's going to come up short of the back line. And Gantut will have to go back in defence and deal with this. Good ride off there by Juan Ambrosio. He's called off the play here by Miguel Ajala. Miguel. And that cut shot has gone quite straight. Ali Almari comes in. Good little near-side touch from him. Solari. Well, they want the fishing, but it looked like it was in front of his own pony, and rightly so. Play will continue. Little half steal there from Miguel Ajala. Colombres is there. He's trying to work hard on Kian Hall. Hall goes beyond his man, but he needs some support here. It's Mohammed bin Drai. Oh, he's gone really hard at that pass. But he's got lucky because Ali Almari has missed it as well. Almari on the near side, and a whistle. Very scrappy passage of play, it has to be said. But that will be the half-chucker point of this third, and a chance for the players to come off for a free change here. Score 5-3 in favour of bin Drai. So Gantut making their way back onto the field for the second half of this third chukker. But they're going to be facing up to a penalty 4 here that's gone in favour of bin Drai. Kian Hall goes across to tee the ball up here for the Whites. Mohammed bin Drai on the little chestnut there with the number 1 on his back. Looks like he's going to be taking this penalty. He scored a couple of close range ones. He got a penalty 2 down at the scoreboard end. He got a penalty from about 5 or 6 yards out at the top end of the field, but he's had a couple of corners and 60s, and he's not been striking the ball that well from the dead ball. Let's see what he's got on this occasion. Circles around. Smith calls play. Here comes Mohammed bin Drai looking for 6-3. Much better contact. That looks good to me. Is it straight? Oh, yes, he smashed it over the top. Lovely penalty. Kept his composure. It was much slower, the swing, much more controlled, and he's absolutely nailed it. 6-3 it is to Bindrai. We're back in play. And Gantut are going to need to score next, you would feel, to give themselves a chance to get back into this match. Mohammed. Nice skills around the corner. And it was Juan Ambrosio that came across for the ride-off. The whistle has gone. The umpire's just having a look at the replay.
You want me to check or you? I think not before the horse trips. I think it trips because the rider is maybe a little bit wrong. Not that much wrong with the rider. Not I think it's a little bit riding up.
So the umpires have had a good chat. They've gone upstairs. It's been checked on the replay by our third man. And the decision just being explained to Juan Ambrosio, who was the man who came across for that ride-off with Mohammed Bindrai. Oh, and a very quick swing there from the penalty, and it's gone wide to the left. So a let off there for Gantut. And the ball is back with Juan Ambrosio. Kian Hall goes across to him. Pass goes out to Giorgio Colombres. Kian Hall with the hook. Punch downfield by Huanchi. Fakul Kelly, the number 2 there, back in defence for Bindrai, opens the backhander up. Mohamed Bindrai with an extraordinary tennis volley, overhead smash, but he got bat on ball and he managed to find it down towards Solari. Backhander comes in from Miguel Ajala. Ambrogio. Kelly. Good work by Colombres, but he's been beaten here by the horse of Kian Hall. Green is called out. Possession back with Mohamed Bindrai. Goes down the boards towards the advancing Kian Hall. Ali Almari comes through. Kian has gone beyond Ali Almari. Picks up the ball in the air. Kian Hall down towards goal. This is good stuff from the Englishman. He's in on goal. Desperate defence there. Really good hook coming in from Miguel Ajala. But it is with Fakou Kelly. Kelly up in front of goal. And Fakou Kelly has his first goal of the match. And in doing so, he puts number 7 on the scoreboard for Bindrai. And they go into a 4-goal advantage here in the dying embers of the third chukka. And there's the hooter that will end the third. And a real body blow to Gantut that was, with that final passage of play, because it means that they will start the fourth and final chukka with a mountain to climb. They trail by 4.
Under the patronage of His Highness, Sheikh Falah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Gantut Racing and Polo Club invites you to the prestigious Emirates Polo Championship International. This February 8th, 2025, experience the thrilling Grand Final Polo match. A day filled with entertainment. Enjoy Gantut Heritage Village, folklore shows and traditional food. Emirati Bazaar, entertainment shows, lucky draws and a large playing zone for your kids, exciting activities and games. Join us for an unforgettable experience, free entry for all.
We're back to the centre of the field. Ali Almari is there on the near side, trying to get something going for Gantut, and there was a whistle. Oscar Colombres looked like he was well positioned. He had his stick raised, and the umpire's whistle has stopped the clock very early here in the fourth chukka, and they're marching downfield. Just a question of where. It's going to be a penalty 3, 40-yard hit. And a chance for Juan Ambrogio to claw one back here for Gantut. Tees the ball up, circles around here on the bay. Ambrogio, it's low, it's good contact. Kian Hall came flying out from the goal line and almost got it, but it is across the line. The flag is raised, the goal is good, and the score is a difference of 3. It's Bindrai 7 and Gantut 4. So back to the centre. We're back in play. Picked up there by Fakul Kelly, who was at the back of the pack. The ball's been stolen off him by Juan Ambrosio. Ambrosio looked like he was established and under control, and we had Solari coming across the front for the steal. The umpires didn't like it. And they're marching their way down to the penalty 4, and it's going to be another opportunity here for Juan Ambrosio. And I tell you what, if he can be solid from the penalty spot and put this one over, things will start to tighten up potentially for Bindrai. They've had a lot of comfort in this match, having gone into an early lead. Juan Ambrosio circles around, this time from 60. Looks good, looks really good. Yeah, that's superb. Wonderful hit. Got his hip right through the ball. It was a nice, smooth swing, and he has perfectly put that over the top of those defending players. And in doing so, he's got Gantut ticking on the scoreboard in the right direction again. They trail by just 2 here. I tell you what, next goal is quite important, because if Gantut get it, it'll be 3 unanswered goals for them, and they'll be right back in this match. Umpire just calling for a little bit of order and a gap in the throw-in. Ali Almari is there at the front, just getting a bit too close to that line. We're back in play now, and it's been picked up from the back of the pack by Kelly. Can't pick up that high bouncing ball. And in fact, Miguel Ajala will drop in on the line and play a nice little open backhand flick. Kian Hall is there. Kian. He's nudged it straight into the pony of Matias Babieni. But play will continue here, and no damage done because the Whites have come out with the ball. Here comes Kian. Solari is there. Santos. Shows too much of that to Juan Ambrosio. Picked up by Ali Almari. Ali out towards Juanchi, who goes near side. Ambrosio digging that one out from under his pony, and still going here is Juan Ambrosio. He's got Ali Almari free if he can find the pass. It's not going to quite reach him, I don't think. No, it's not. And it's been stopped there in defence, but they're in on goal once again. I tell you what, Gantut are on the march here, and they're getting better and better as this match goes on. It's Miguel Ajala round the corner and getting away from his man. For Bindrai was Facundo Kelly. He's been pushed out of the way. Colombres goes near side. Kian Hall has it. Out green is the call. Kian launches it. Up over the halfway line they go. Kelly trying to get on the end of this, but he's been hard fought and ridden off there by Colombres. Oh, good hook. And well done there. Just inside his own half. That's some good skills, but he's been bounced out of the saddle. And the collision there with Mohamed Bindrai and Miguel Ajala. We have a loose horse heading down to the Gantut end of the field. Watch out, guys. And that pony being fairly sensible. Looks like it's coming to a halt. That's all good. But we do have Miguel Ajala on his back. Looks like he's okay as well. Bit of a hit there on the right leg. So we just got images of Miguel Ajala hobbling off the field. He's got the trainer there with him. Looks like that injury is loosening off. He's got a long walk back to the pony lines. He has a pony here on the side of the field, so he can come across to the boards and remount. Looks like he's good to continue.
I think because of the crash, you could give him a 4, penalty 4. I would. You have to convince the grooms to come. See. Yes, but they're all appealing for a foul for them.
.447 on the clock. Miguel Ajala is back on board. The umpires have made their decision. They've been upstairs, they've checked the replay. Howard Smith just explaining the decision. It was Miguel Ajala who had possession of the ball. He flicked the ball back behind the pony of Mohammed bin Drai, but didn't give the white player a chance to clear, just rode into the back of him, creating the danger. That's what the umpires have decided, and as a result, it's going to be a penalty for 60-yard attempt here in favour of bin Drai. So the ball being teed up at the moment by Kian Hall. His pony just a bit twisty-turny. He's got Mohammed bin Drai there, the number 1, who scored that lovely 60 at this end of the field. And he's going to have another go here and try and restore a 3-goal advantage for bin Drai. Mohammed bin Drai from 60. It's low, it's stoppable, it's bouncing its way down towards goal, and they have stopped it. Good defensive play here from Miguel, the man who conceded the penalty. Juan Ambrosio will go back and try and retrieve things here for Gantu. Plays a little open backhander out towards the boards. Tickled around the corner there by Facundo Kelly. Kelly, the number 2, breaking back infield as he got a bit of protection there from Solari. Good work there by the young Argentine, the number 3, Santos Solari. Kelly comes in, shows too much of that to Juan Ambrosio, who had the inside of the field, but Juan with a miscontrol. Possession is up for grabs. It's a bit of a mad scrap. Pops out nicely here for Miguel Ajala. Sets up the play for Gantu. Still plenty of time here for Gantu, you know. They just need to score next. Mohammed bin Drai. In fact, Fakul Kelly coming around the corner there. Nice play from him. Juan Ambrosio goes beyond a couple of bin Drai players. Keeps the ball going there on the near side, reaching out, trying to get away from Facundo Kelly. And it's just popped onto the top of the boards and out of play. Going to be a change of pony. We've got 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Perfect time. Whilst the umpires check the replay to see who got the final touch. Was it stick or hoof?
Green magnet is the last one, and I think it's also the green horse.
So Juan Ambrosio knew that that ball came off a horse. He just wasn't quite sure whose horse. And they've checked it. And the decision has gone in favour of Bindrai. Here's Mohammed. Ali Almari waits for him. The two Emirati players playing in the #1 shirts for their respective teams. And it was very slow, wasn't it? He was told to use it. And I'm not sure if he did. Exactly 3 minutes remaining here on the clock. Fourth and potentially final chukker. A good position this for Gantut. Juan Ambrosio just calls Miguel Ajala over. They're just hatching a plan here. And if they can score from this, they'll put the cat amongst the pigeons. Goes first time. Ali Almari hasn't seen it. Fakul Kelly has. Kelly, near side. It's gone hard at that. It's taken a deflection. Whoa. And Kian Hall came across and he was right out with Giorgio Colombres. Colombres looked like he was in a good position. He's been bounced out of the saddle on the chestnut. He's okay, he's back on board. No malice in the challenge. So the umpires have had a good look at this on the replay. And the line was up and down the field off the deflection of the pony. And it looked like Oscar Colombres was on that line. Kian Hall came across. There was contact and the penalty has gone in favour of Gantut. So we're going to the penalty four. It's a 60-yard attempt. The breeze has just picked up a little bit here. And it's going to be Juan Ambrosio, who absolutely smoked the last one. And well, there's still plenty of time on the clock here, and if you can put this one over, Gantut are right back in the match. He's got the height. Is it out to the right? He's cut it, and the chance has gone. So a sigh of relief here for Bindrai. Still 2 goals to the good. Can they get the ball downfield and away from the danger zone? Brought back into play here by Mohamed Bindrai. Right is the call. And he's gone from a standing start and he's smashed it down and out towards Facundo Kelly. Kelly coming around the outside of Miguel Ayala, and he's gone beyond him. It's Kelly. Can't pick up the bouncing ball. Falls nicely here for Ambrosio. Just waiting for Kian Hall to show his hand, and then Juan tucks around to the left-hand side. He's done well here, Ambrosio. He's lost the attentions momentarily of Kian Hall, and he still has possession for Gantut on the halfway line. Opens up, cuts it downfield. It may have taken a slight deflection, and Solari is all over that. Solari's looping near side backhander is back towards his teammate, but Ambrosio is there once again and reverses it. Near sider from Kelly this time. Possession and direction changing hands here, and Ambrosio back in defence for Gantut will go to the near side. Ali Almari having to react and try and get the hook on Kian Hall. Kian Hall there with the near side play. Colombres' backhander is out towards Ayala. Ayala is turning sharply here with Solari. Gets the ride off in there before the 2 players get to the ball, and he's done well there, Ayala. Been turned around the corner by Solari, but his backhander is out of play, and possession will go back to the green shirts of Gantut. They need a goal, and they need it quickly. Near side from Kelly. He's over the top of the plate. Colombres is in. Colombres going from range. It's gone across the field slightly and out to the left-hand side. Ali Almari is flying up towards the ball, but he's been nudged and eased out of the way by the Facundo Kelly, and that will probably be enough for Bindrai. As the ball crosses the back line, they'll get possession back. They can wind down the clock, and we have just 40 seconds remaining here in this 4th and final chukker, as Mohamed Bindrai lashes it downfield. Anywhere down there will do. Picked up by Solari, but it's all academic. He won't have enough time to go any further. As the hooter goes, the final whistle sounds for the second of our 2 semi-finals here, and it is Bindrai who have defeated Gantut by the score of 7 goals to 5 here, and it will be the white shirts of Bindrai heading to meet Abu Dhabi in Saturday's final. Solari, the number 3, had a really good game, didn't he? There he is on your screen, cantering back towards the rest of the players. Gets a congratulations from Facundo Kelly, and rightly so. He was brilliant, wasn't he, the number 3 for Bindrai, scoring some great goals and working his socks off. There's the chukker by chukker. Great start by Bindrai, 3-0, and Gantut never really recovered, did they? They were 5-2 at half-time. It was 7-3 at the end of the third. And despite a gallant effort from Gantut, they could never quite get back on level terms, and they've been defeated by the score of 7 goals to 5. Let's have a look at the goals of the game. That's Kian Hall with that near side backhander. That was early doors in the first, the opening score of the match. Solari. First of 3 goals from him, I think. And here he is again, plenty of time. Very, very composed in front of goal. This was a lovely goal. Goes to the near side. Look at this touch. Beautiful. That's lovely skills, great composure. Field goals 4-1 in favour of Bindrai. Throw-ins 6 apiece. Fouls 7 apiece. Penalties 4 out of 5 for Gantut, 3 out of 7 for Bindrai. Corners none from none for Gantut, none from 1 for Bindrai, and there was a yellow card, and that went to a player from Gantut. So that's all we've got time for from the Gantut Racing and Polo Club here this afternoon, semi-finals day in this Emirates Polo Championship. Make sure you are tuned in for Saturday's final, where we will see Bindrai taking on Abu Dhabi.